Today, we set out on an expedition deep into the interior of West Java, bound to a place called Gunung Jampang, a destination hidden away within one of Indonesia's most rugged landscapes of Indonesia. The road there is anything but forgiving. Expect brutal ascents, untamed wilderness, and scenery that shifts from ancient forests to sweeping highland vistas at every turn. Threading through it all are remote villages frozen in time, and tea gardens quietly thriving behind walls of mist and mountain. This afternoon, we depart from Garut City Terminal, heading deep into the highlands of Gunung Jampang, aboard a Mitsubishi Colt diesel. This vehicle is nothing short of a workhorse. Built to handle the most punishing of routes, it takes on steep climbs and sharp descents with a confidence that few other vehicles can match. For the communities living in these remote interiors, the Colt diesel is not just a mode of transport, it is a lifeline. It is the vehicle that carries people from the depths of the village out to the city and back again, day after day. Beyond its toughness, what makes it the go-to choice for locals is its affordability, and perhaps more importantly, the peace of mind that comes with it. Behind the wheel sits a driver who knows every bend, every dip, and every danger of this road like the back of his hand. Out here, experience is everything.
The region of Garut is largely defined by its highlands and its isolation. Connectivity here is a privilege, not a given. The land sustains its people. Rice paddies, coffee groves, cassava fields, maize, palm sugar, fresh vegetables, and small-scale livestock farming form the backbone of daily life for most families in the area. Across the southern reaches of Garut, entire communities exist at a considerable distance from the nearest town. The roads linking them to the outside world are rough at best and treacherous at worst. Loose gravel, deep mud, and slopes that give way without warning. People make that journey when they have harvests to sell, children to put in school, work to attend to, or essential supplies to bring home. Beyond Pakanjang, the landscape shed any remaining signs of settlement. 3 hours further in, we were surrounded by nothing but mountain and farmland. No houses, no people. By mid-afternoon, we pulled into Pakanjang village, where a few passengers disembarked, and we paused to collect one more traveler heading in our direction. The clock read just past 3, and we had already been moving for over 2 hours, covering around 30 kilometers from the center of Garut. Pakanjang is broader than it first appears. Its boundaries sprawl across a series of hills and mountain flanks, and many of its people live in hamlets so steep and remote that even a motorbike cannot reliably reach them. And yet, as spread out as this village is, it marks only the beginning of the truly difficult stretch. Everything that comes next is harder. The extreme part of this journey starts here. The first major climb we hit was not the steepest we would face, but the road surface made it a fight. The concrete had long since given way to bare stone, slick with moisture and offering almost no grip. The wheels spun, the vehicle strained. Then the driver's son jumped out and spread dried rice husks across the surface in front of the tires, an old trick and a remarkably effective one. The extra friction was just enough to get us moving again. To help us get through, the assistant driver is scattering rice husks on the road to give the tires more traction. Several passengers and the assistant driver had to get out and wait at the top because our vehicle just can't make it up. There's an extremely steep incline right ahead of us. We've tried a few times already, but the hill is just too much for this car.
Several of us climbed out and got to work on the road itself, shifting rubble and breaking up what remained of an old concrete layer that had buckled and crumbled beyond usefulness. It was unglamorous, physical work, but necessary. The vehicle was not going to make it through without some help from the people inside it.
We're still stuck on a steep incline. Some of the passengers who got off haven't been able to get back on yet because right now everyone is working together to help the driver. We're arranging stones on the road surface, positioning them so they're not too slippery and more level with the other stones we'll be passing over. This is still the reality faced by parts of the rural interior of West Java, areas that for years went unnoticed and were barely touched by the government. But since the new governor took office, a wind of change has begun to blow across all of West Java. Village infrastructure is starting to be repaired, and government offices in various regions are now being renovated and restored to proper condition. are now at an elevation of 1,500 meters above sea level. And once again, we are forced to stop, this time to rearrange the stones on the road ahead, pressing them down and leveling them out as best we can against the surrounding surface. The driver's assistant, meanwhile, is back at work scattering dried rice husks across the track to give the tires a fighting chance of holding their grip on the climb.